Everyone, so today we're moving on from our practical last week where you created your own snack bar product. This week we're focusing on the packaging because packaging is just as important as the product itself. Packaging plays three key roles. So the first is compliance with the Food Standards Australia and New Zealand regulations. That ensures that the product is safe and legal to sell. The second is marketing, the product itself, so consumers want to buy it. So this means considering a brand name, logos, colours and visual appeal. And the third is protecting the product so it is safe and teed. So in this instance for a snack bar, what type of packaging do you think you could use? Take a couple of seconds to think about it. Some materials that I can think of include paperboard or plastic films like polyethylene or aluminized film wrappers. Why do you think we might use these ones? Well, the reason why we could use these ones is they provide the best protection from moisture and oxygen, so therefore it extends its shelf life. These products are also lightweight and durable for transport, as snack bars often are in children's backpacks or in your bag going to work. It is also very cost effective compared to other materials, so it helps keep the price of your snack bar down a bit lower. So today, we're going to start using CANVA to create our snack bar packaging. Please follow along with me and pause when needed as I'll be going through each step with you. It is also... Alrighty everyone, so we're going to start off by opening up Canvas and pressing the create button on your left side. You want to then tap custom size and enter in a width of 155, a height of 80, and you want to make your unit say millimeters, this one right here. Then you just want to press create new design. This will open up a tab which will give you a blank size of your snack bar. I wanted to give you an idea of what your design could look like as a finished product. Here's a 3D mock-up that I created of a snack bar packaging. Notice how the colors, logo, and branding stand out, and there is a nutrition panel and ingredients clearly included. Keep in mind your design does not need to look exactly like this. This is just an example to inspire you. You'll be using your own creativity to create something more unique. I wanted to give you an idea. Time to start creating your own snack bar packaging. The first thing you should consider is what colors you want your packaging to have, because colors play a big role in attracting attention and setting a tone for your product. So start to consider who's your target market. Do you want your snack bar to be targeted towards children? If so, you might want to go for bright colors like pinks, purples, or blues. If your product is aimed for adults or maybe business professionals, you might want to go for more darker neutral tones. So you've got browns, like a peachy color, maybe even yellow. Colors you want your packaging to have. But remember, your color choices form a foundation for your product's identity. Packaging design is the first thing that makes someone pick up a product at the supermarket. I'm sure as kids you probably asked your parents to buy a product because you liked the packaging on it. It had a cute little monkey on it or something along those lines. So make sure you choose colors that truly represent your brand and appeal to your audience. So take your time, play around with different shades and choose what colors really represent your product and audience. You might want to just aim for 2 to 3 colors for your product packaging so it doesn't come overcrowded. For my product here, I've chosen SpongeBob as my theme because it's fun, bright, and appealing to my target market, which I've decided will be kids. So when you're choosing your own theme or style, think carefully about who your target audience is. Are you designing your food bar for kids, teenagers, athletes, or adults? Your design choices like colors, fonts, and images should always connect with the people you're trying to attract to your product. Alright, so I'm going to be using orange as my base, and I'm going to be using yellow as well because it is SpongeBob's signature color. I'm just going to add a square here and make it a bit bigger. Just remember that everything can be changed if you change your mind on the design. So I'm going to go yellow there. Color choice in packaging is really important because bright colors can grab attention and give a sense of fun, whereas neutral, more darker colors tend to feel more premium. I'm now just going to add on a pineapple because it relates to the theme I'm going. Have a think about one of the 4 P's in the marketing mix, which is product. What is your snack bar? What makes it unique? And also promotion. What message is your packaging sending? For example, if your packaging is showing a big pineapple like mine is here, it suggests that your product is pineapple flavored. So make sure that your visuals and colors match what your product actually is. Make sure your product is eye-catching, consistent, and believable. You don't want it to be too far-fetched in a product that you cannot make. For my product, I'm going to be choosing a bold font, so you just want to add in a text box. Here's your font options just here that I'm circling. So I'm looking for something more childlike. So I might opt for this font, Lazy Dog. Whereas if you're going for a more sleek design for adults, you might opt for something like this sloped font. Your font should match your product. Alright, so here I've selected my font to be Lazy Dog because it's very playful. So I now need to consider what do I want to name my product. It needs to relate to the picture and the packaging. For example, I might name my product Pineapple Chocky. This tells you that my product is pineapple flavored by the colors, the picture, and the name, and it also tells you that it is a chocolate bar. So these are things you need to consider. Children often like characters, so maybe something like this would be good. You got a couple pineapples there showing you what the product is. Google chocolate. Alright, so here are some good additions, right? So if you want your product to be chocolate, you might opt for something like this, a chocolate drizzle, and pop it along the top. You might want it down the bottom as well. You can just hit a duplicate button there if you don't want to individually add it. And you can bring your designs forward by pressing the 3 dots, pressing layer, and you can bring it forward or send it backwards. Now I might decide I don't like this anymore, so I delete it away and change it to be something else. It's all about trial and error. Design is about experimenting. Not everything always works, so it's good just to have a good play around. Alrighty, so this is the design I'm going to be going with today. So you can see here it's called Pineapple Chocky and it's aimed for children. Alrighty, you can tell by the color themes and the designs on it. Here I've got a pineapple and a chocolate, so it's very clear what the product is. So what are we missing now from this? We're missing how many grams are in the product at the front. So I might want my chocolate bar to be a 60-gram chocolate bar. So I've got my 60 grams down the bottom there, and I might want it to say made in Australia. So this is how I might want my product to look like. So now I want to create the back of the packaging. So I'll just hit duplicate page here, and then I will delete off the things I don't want. So now we've got a cohesive design across the front and the back. So this isn't just about making a packaging look good, it also has to include important information for customers and legal reasons. In Australia, all packaged foods must meet the Australian New Zealand Food Standards regulations. These rules are there to make sure products are safe, honest, and easy for people to understand. So we need an ingredients list on here. This does not need to be exact for now at this stage, so you can just put in whatever there. But generally, this is here to show exactly what would be in your snack bar. So it includes your milk, eggs, peanuts, anything else that may be in it. All right, and we also need a barcode. A barcode is there to help stores keep track of products at the checkout. This will not be a real barcode for the project, but it's just a design element to make your product look more realistic and industry standard. Next element you need on here is a best before date. So I'm going to create that from scratch here, which you could do as well. So what I'm going to do is just grab a square, make it into a rectangle, change its color to be white because you want it to be very, very clear. Best before date or expiry date is industry standard. In products, you might see best before or expiry. Best before tells you when a product is at its best quality. So after that date, it may not taste as good. It's still safe to eat if it's been stored properly, but they're generally not sold at shops, maybe at a discounted price. The expiry date, however, means that the product is no longer safe to eat after this date. You'll see an expiry date on things like dairy products because those things can spoil quickly. So just remember, best before equals quality, expiry date equals safety. Your snack bar will need a best before date because they can usually last longer and they don't spoil easily. So you may want to have a write-up on the back of your bar, explaining to customers what your product is all about. Right, alrighty, so let's say this is the design we're going to go with. What we want to do now is download the images, alright? So you got to go to share, download, make sure that you select PNG because it's best for downloading pictures, and then you press download. So once you've got your design ready, you want to go onto Google and search up free packaging mockup creator CANVA. Then it'll bring you to this page and you select create a packaging mockup. So you'll then have to scroll down to where it says packaging and press see all. Scroll down a little bit on here, you'll see the packaging mockup that we're looking to use. You just select, and you'll want 2 of these, so you just hit the duplicate button. Now that you've uploaded your design, you just want to drag it across onto one of the snack bars. There we go. And then do the same for the back. And voila, there's a 3D mock-up of your package. Congratulations everyone, that brings us to an end of our snack bar packaging lesson. So today you've learned that packaging is just as important as the product itself. You've also explored how to design packaging in Canva, starting from setting up your blank canvas to choosing colours, fonts and themes that connect to your target audiences. By now you should have your own unique snack bar packaging design that reflects your product's purpose, your target market and your creative vision. As you finish up, double check that your packaging includes a clear brand name and logo, color choices that reflect your audience, a nutrition panel or ingredients list, and best before dates. Also, as you finish up, double check that your packaging includes a barcode and any other realistic packaging details you would like to add. Once you've done that, take a step back and ask yourself, would I pick this up if I saw it in the store? If the answer is yes, then you've definitely created a design that's both professional and market ready. Congratulations, everyone. Can't wait to see your final designs.